Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video we are going to be rebuilding the Portland Trailblazers. This is a team that is in a weird spot right now. They made the Western Conference Finals last season, and this season they've fallen off quite a bit. I believe they're in like the 11th or 12th seed in the West at this day and time, right before the NBA restarts in a couple weeks. So yeah, this team is in a very weird spot. But this team has a nice core of Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum with Hassan Whiteside, who I don't understand why he's rated so high overall in this game. He should not be an 88 overall, but that's besides the point. This team definitely needs some work to build into a true title contender. So yeah, let's go win the Portland Trailblazers their first NBA championship, and hopefully the sim will not screw me. Alright, in the first trade of season number 1, I'm going to be sending CJ McCollum in exchange for DeMar DeRozan, but I do not want to send out my first this year. Let me see if I can change that to next year. I'm doing this move to try and save some cap for free agency, because usually DeRozan opts out of his contract at the end of the season. So let's see if San Antonio will take this. Let us see. CJ and 2 picks, and they do, so welcome to the team, DeMar. Alright, the next trade I will be doing is sending Ariza and Caleb Swanigan for the Timberwolves pick and Evan Turner, because Evan Turner isn't expiring. So we are bringing Evan Turner back to Portland, and taking on the Wolves pick. So hopefully the Wolves do not do great this season. Alright, so at the start of season number 1, looking at the rotation, we got Lillard and DeRozan in the backcourt with Rodney Hood, Hassan Whiteside, and Yusuf Nurkic in the backcourt. By the way, I made Whiteside a power forward, so he is now a 91 overall, which to me is just kind of ridiculous, but I'm not going to complain. There is the rest of the roster. Hopefully we can make some noise, but it really does not matter to me a whole lot, because I'm worried about the upcoming years. But yeah, let's simulate season number 1. Alright, at the end of season number 1, Giannis is the MVP, averaging 28 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Ja Morant is the Rookie of the Year, averaging 25 points and 6.5 assists. Dennis Schroeder is the 6th Man of the Year. Kawhi is the Defensive Player of the Year. Luka wins Most Improved, and Nick Nurse, Coach of the Raptors, wins Coach of the Year, first in the Eastern Conference. Looking at the All-NBA teams, we have no one on the first team, no one on the second team, but Damian Lillard does make the All-NBA third team. That is great to see, averaging 29 points and 7 assists on 53% shooting and 45% from 3. Very, very efficient numbers. No one on the All-Defense teams and no one on the All-Rookie teams. And as you can see, we went 43 and 39 on the season, finishing as the number 8 seed in the Western Conference, just squeaking in over Memphis to make the playoffs. We are looking at the stats on the season. You just saw Lillard's numbers there. Looking at everyone else, pretty solid. Again, I'm not too worried about this season. I'm more concerned about the next 2 seasons. That is where I'm going to be trying to do the majority of my damage. Yeah, so we're taking on the Clippers in the first round. Obviously, they have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Not looking too optimistic for us. I'll be shocked if we win, because the 2K simulator just flat out hates me. So let's see what happens. Praying for a miracle. Lose game 1, lose game 2, lose game 3, and looks like we're going to get swept. No, we actually win game 4. That's cool to see. And we lose in 5. So the Clippers gave us a good old gentleman sweep in the first round, eliminating us in 5 games. But again, like I said, I don't really care. More focused on this offseason and the upcoming season. Looking at the rest of the playoff brackets, we have the Battle of LA in the West and Raptors-Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. And we have the Clippers and Raptors in the finals. Kawhi playing against his former team, and Kawhi beats his old team, the Raptors, in the finals. They sweep Toronto, and Kawhi is the finals MVP, averaging 30, 10, and 7. And yeah, let's go ahead into the offseason. Alright, looking at the draft lottery, the Timberwolves finished with a 7th worst record in the league, and we have their pick. But after the lottery, we fell back a spot with the 8th pick, but that is perfectly fine with me. I will still obviously try and move up. Staff signings, Terry Stotts, I love you in real life, my man, but I see Greg Popovich there. Normally, he doesn't accept or sign with me, but you never know. Today could be the day. Let's sign him to as much money as possible, and he immediately rejects. So that sucks. All right, I guess we're gonna have to settle for Jacob Underwood instead. His grades are pretty solid. I really shouldn't even be showing you guys this. This is kind of just a waste of time, but I really don't care. And you know what? The coaches are important. You really can't sleep on the coaches. This is what makes the team run. So I gotta show the staff signings. You know. Um, this is so weird. But yeah, so let's sign Trent Peterson to a $900,000 deal. He better accept it, and he does. Thank you very much. All right, moving on to the NBA draft. Like I said, we have the 8th pick in the draft. I'm going to try and move up. Hopefully, I can move up and either trade the pick for an established star or draft LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards. So let's see what I can do here. Let's see, who should I try? Let's try the Knicks, the number 1 pick, and there's nothing, so let's try and do it manually. Go to the Knicks, try and acquire the number 1 pick in the draft. Let's give them the 8th pick, the 18th pick, a 2023 first, and a 2022 first as well. 4 first-round picks for the number 1 pick. Let's see if they will do it. I highly doubt it, because then usually the Knicks are very stubborn in this, and yep, they don't want to do it. Let's add in the 2nd round pick. Let's see, and no. All right, I'm going to add in my last pick. Let's see, and there it is. So we now have the number 1 pick with literally no other picks. But you know what? That's okay, because the number 1 pick's, you know, kind of valuable. So here we are into the NBA draft. I don't think I'm going to trade it. I think I'm just going to go for Anthony Edwards. Usually I take LaMelo Ball, but I think I'm just going to switch it up a little bit. Grades are looking pretty solid, so welcome Anthony Edwards to the Portland Trailblazers. Sim to the end of the draft. I have no other picks. Obviously, I just traded them all. So yeah, we got Anthony Edwards. Let's see what his overall is. 79 overall, so welcome Anthony Edwards. Alright, so DeMar DeRozan actually accepted his player option, which I was not expecting, so that's interesting. So now I have to trade him to free up some cap space. Here's a trade with Charlotte that they didn't want to do. I don't want to do that. So yeah, let's see. Add in a pick maybe? No. Alright, so I think I'm just going to go back to the original trade from the trade finder. DeMar DeRozan for Malik Monk, and I believe it was, yeah, Caleb Martin. So welcome Malik Monk and Caleb. Alright, Anthony Davis is here in free agency, and I have the cap space to sign him after trading away DeMar DeRozan. Hopefully he will accept. I should also re-sign Hassan Whiteside just in case AD does not want to come here. In all likelihood, I'm not liking my odds with Anthony Davis. He normally re-signs with the Lakers. And yeah, I don't think he's going to come here. He would have agreed by now. But we did get Hassan Whiteside back as, yep, as you just see, Anthony Davis is re-signing with the Los Angeles Lakers. So that sucks. But that's okay because we still have Hassan Whiteside, the 90 overall beast for whatever reason in 2K. That still just makes no sense to me at all. Let's go ahead and try and sign Reggie Jackson. I doubt it's going to work because I still have not signed Whiteside yet. And yep, I can't do it. Don't even know why I bothered. So yeah, let's just continue on with free agency. Or just looking at the team. I need to make some upgrades. So yeah, let's worry about that. Alright, at the start of season number 2, I'm going to be making a win now move and trade Anthony Edwards immediately and a 2025 first round pick for De'Aaron Fox from the Sacramento Kings. My plan is to move Damian Lillard to the shooting guard. His overall actually went up to a 96. And I now have a nice backcourt of De'Aaron Fox and Damian Lillard. In the front court, Justin Holiday is my small forward, and I'm really not a fan of that. I really don't want that to be the case. So I'm going to try and upgrade my my starting small forward position. Let's see if anything is out there. I'm trying to think of who I could put in the trade finder. We'll start off with Gary Trent Jr., see if anything interesting comes up. And right away, that Matisse Thybulle one looks very interesting. I'm assuming I can make him a small forward and his overall will go up, because that is usually what happens with any shooting guard in this game for some reason. Yeah, Gary Trent Jr. and Corey Brewer from Matisse Thybulle. Wait, how tall is Gary Trent? 6'5", and Matisse Thybulle is, I believe, what, 6'6"? It just showed it. Yeah, whatever. Let's go ahead and do it. Welcome Matisse Thybulle to the Portland Trailblazers, and let's see if I make him a small forward. Yeah, so he's now an 82 overall. That is cool to see. So we now have an upgraded starting small forward with De'Aaron Fox and Dame in the backcourt. In the front court, we got Matisse Thybulle, Hassan Whiteside, and Yusuf Nurkic. A very, very top-heavy starting five. This team should make some noise. Off the bench, definitely not the greatest bench, but we're just going to rely on our stars. Hopefully, they can lead us to a better record than the season prior. And I'm going to give Anthony Simons rotational minutes because I don't have a backup point guard. Maybe I'll look to improve my backup point guard situation, but if not, I will see you guys at the end of season number 2. Alright, at the end of season number 2, Giannis wins the most valuable player award. I can't remember if he won it the season prior. Probably did. James Wiseman wins the Rookie of the Year for the Detroit Pistons. Boogie wins Sixth Man of the Year for the Nuggets. AD wins Depoy. Chris Boucher wins Most Improved Player on the Suns. And Mike Budenholzer is the Coach of the Year. Looking at the All-NBA First Team, we have no one on there. John Morant makes the All-NBA Second Team. We have no one. And Dame does not make the Third Team either, so that's a little disappointing. But that is okay. I really don't care about that all too much. We have no one on all the rookie teams because we obviously traded away Anthony Edwards. There he is on the Kings. So yeah, we actually improved. I'm kind of surprised. We're the number 2 seed in the Western Conference, finishing with a 49-33 record, 6 games behind the number 1 seed of Pelicans. So we did improve like I had hoped. And looking at the East standings, there they are. Looking at the player stats on the season, Dame averaged 26 and 7. His numbers went down a little bit, but that's okay. We actually had 5 players in double figures. That's kind of cool. So we're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round of the playoffs. Looking at their lineup, nothing really too special. I think we are better than them. We should beat them. They added Willie Hernan-Gomez. Yeah, so let's go ahead and simulate the round. Hopefully we can just beat them. Okay, so we lose game 1. That sucks. And, okay. So, wow, we're down 2-0. Okay, we're going to get swept, aren't we? Wow, okay. So we just got swept out of the first round. That is ridiculous. I'm getting kind of pissed off at the 2K simulator. These last couple rebuilds I've been doing, they've just completely screwed me over. I'm not a big fan. There is no way in hell we should have gotten swept by that Thunder team, but it is what it is. I still have one more season to try and win a championship. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. Wow, that's very, very upsetting. I just don't understand how, whatever. I should probably just simulate the rest of the playoffs. There we go. And wow, the Kings upset the number 1 seed of Pelicans. So the 1 and 2 seeds in the West lost in the first round. And the 2 seeded Celtics also lost in the first round to the Kyrie and KD Nets. I also don't understand why the Nets are always such low seeded in 2K. It doesn't really make that much sense to me. But in the finals, we got the Bucks and the Warriors. And the Bucks win the championship, beating the Warriors in 5 games. Giannis is the MVP, averaging 25, 17, and 7. That is just absurd. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead into the offseason. Hopefully, I can make some things happen. All right, so looks like we're just going to be running it back. Nothing really happened in the offseason that was worth noting. So yeah, we have pretty much the same exact team as last season. I'm going to try to run it back. I really think that we got hosed last season in the playoffs. There's no way we should have gotten swept. We should have beaten the Thunder fairly easily. But real quick, let me just see if there's anything out there for Nurkic and or Whiteside. Let me try Whiteside first, see if anything is out there. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything right now, but if I'm at the trade deadline and we're not doing all that great, maybe I'll pull the trigger on something. We shall see. But yeah, I don't really see anything too nice here, so let's go ahead and simulate to the end of season number 3. Alright, so as you can see on your bottom right, we are currently 18 and 17, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just going to say screw it. Things need a change. So let's go ahead and send Hassan Whiteside to the Miami Heat in exchange for Tobias Harris, who was on the Heat. I guess he signed there. So we now have a new starting small forward in Tobias Harris. I don't think his overall goes up if you make him a power forward, so I'm not even going to... Well, let me check. And yeah, it goes down. So he's going to stay at small forward. I'll just have Matisse Thybulle come off the bench. Yeah, I also have Bobby Portis. I really don't remember when that happened, but I have Bobby Portis, so there's the lineup. Let's go ahead and finish season number 3. Hopefully, we can just make the playoffs. Hopefully. So, at the end of season number 3, Giannis wins MVP. Cade Cunningham wins Rookie of the Year as a member of the New York Knicks, Bol wins Sixth Man of the Year for the Nuggets. Giannis wins Depoy. Aaron Nesmith wins Most Improved Player for the Celtics. And Mike Budenholzer wins Coach of the Year for the Milwaukee Bucks. 62-20 record, first in the Eastern Conference. All-NBA, we have no one on the first, second, or third team. Very interesting to see. No one on any of these teams either, so we really had no one stand out, I guess. And as you can see at the bottom right, we finished with a 39-43 record, a 10-game decrease from the season before. Just absolutely ridiculous. There is no way that this team that I built should be under 500. 2K Simulator is fucking broken. It is absolutely ridiculous looking at the stats on the season. Dame 24.6 assists. De'Aaron Fox at 18 and 8. Everyone else was whatever. I really don't care. I'm just kind of really pissed off at 2K right now. There's no way this team should have been under 500. So I failed my second straight rebuild of trying to win a championship. Couldn't do it with the Timberwolves. Now could not do it with the Blazers. I now have one more chance with the Northwest Division with the Jazz, which you should be seeing tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and record that right now, or right after this. So simulating the playoffs that we are not in. The Bucks and Celtics are in the conference finals in the East. Mavericks and Pelicans are in the conference finals in the West. Yeah, this is really disappointing. I'm kind of pissed off. Bucks and Pelicans in the finals, and the Pelicans go up 3-0. Can they sweep? No, and they win in 6. So the Pelicans win the championship. Zion is the finals MVP. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. 3 seasons, no championships, no playoff wins, one playoff win, no playoff series wins. Here's the final roster. Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Yusuf Nurkic, Tobias Harris, Matisse Thybulle. Everyone else really don't care. I'm just pissed off. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.